Yo, what is up guys, this is Ether being back with another video, and we are back with part 2 of Doki Literature Club. And we are where we left off last time, right after we finished writing our poem of random words and numbers and everything else. Alright, let's get right into the video. Hi again, Steak. Glad to see you didn't run away from us. Ha ha ha. Nah, don't worry, Stick won't run away. No, Stick, no run away. Stick, keep promise. Stick said he will happily fall in love with one of you cute girls. So Stick shall stay. This might be a little strange for me, but at least I keep my word, yes. Stick honor his word. Well, I'm back at the Literature Club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Thanks for keeping your promise, Steak. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you, making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. Oh, come on, like he deserved any slack. Sayori told me you didn't even want to join any clubs this year, and last year too. I don't know if you plan just to come here or hang out or what. But if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. I shall personally chop Stick's head off. Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the club room. Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga. Manga is literature! Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plumped back into her seat. Okay. Don't worry, guys. Steak always gives his best as long as he's having fun. He helps me with busy work without even asking. Like cooking, cleaning my room. How dependable. Sayori. That's because your room is so messy and distracting. And you almost set your house on fire once. Is that so? You two are really good friends, aren't you? I might be a little jealous. How come? You and Steak can be good friends too. Sayori. Silence. As usual, Sayori seems oblivious to the weird situation she just put me into. Oh, Yuri, even brought you something today, you know. Wait, Sayori? Me? Yuri brought a present for Stick. Stick really want to see present. Get a Stick present. Is it a cake made out of steak? Tell me, is it a cake made out of steak? It's really nothing. What is it? Never mind. Sayori made it sound like a big deal when it's really not. What do I do? Sorry, Yuri, I was thinking. Guess that means it's Stick. Guess that means it's up to Stick to rescue this situation. Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place. So, any nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. It'll make me happy no matter what. Is that so? Yeah, I won't make a big deal out of it if you don't want it to be. Alright, well here. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. God dang it, I almost used the Stick voice. I didn't want you to feel left out. So I picked out a book I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention even if you don't usually read. And we could, you know, discuss it if you wanted. This is How is this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like, despite me not reading much. Yeah, thank you. I will definitely read this. By read it, I mean I will throw it in the closet, slam the door, and never look at it in a day of my life. I enthusiastically take the book. Phew. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Now that everyone's settled in, I expect the monitor kids to kick off some scheduled activities for the club. But that doesn't seem to be the case. Shiori and Monica are having a cheery conversation in their corner. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help to notice her expression like she's waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging in the whatever the hell. Man, it looks like no one wants to be bothered today. I slumped down into the nearest desk. Am I supposed to occupy myself with something literature related by myself like it? I guess I could always read some of the book Yuri gave me. But I'm feeling a little too tired to read. I could probably fall asleep right now though. I close my eyes and end up listening in on Sayori's conversation with Monica. We're probably gonna seem really lame compared to all the other clubs though. Well, we can't give it up. The festival is our chance to show everyone what literature is all about. The problem is that the idea of a literature club sounds too dense and whatever the heck that word is. I will learn it on my own time. Do not make fun of me because I do not know what some words are. But it's like that you own. But it's not like that at all. What? But it's not like that at all, you know? We just need a way of showing that to everyone. Something that speaks to their creative mind. That doesn't solve the problem though. What do you mean? Even if we come up with the most fun thing ever, nobody will come in the first place if it's a literature event. Makes sense. So it's important to figure out how to get people to show up in the first place, you know? And after they come, we can do the thing to speak to their creative mind. What's this? Sayori is taking these seriously? It's rare to hear her. Whatever that word is, like this. Huh? That's a good point. In that case, do you think food will do the trick? What kind? Well, I guess we could. Cupcakes! Good thinking. Natsuki would love to do that. You're right! Natsuki makes the best cupcakes! That worked out perfectly. That wasn't why you suggested it. Cupcake speaks to my creative tummy. Cupcakes it is then. I'm hungry. Anyway, we still need to work out the details of the event itself. I find myself smiling, and the answer is still her usual self. But therein lies the unexpected reason I admire her. Unlike me, who was trouble finding any motivation at all, Zoe can put her mind to things and makes them come to life. Steak! I suppose that's why I ended up letting her get on my case about things. I can't help it but to wonder what it would be like to see the world through her eyes. I open my eyes and find Sayori's fist feeling my reason. I nearly fall out of my chair. Sorry. Wait! Actually, I'm not sorry at all. That's kind of rude. It's your fault for sleeping like that. This isn't the napping club. It should be though. Does our school have a napping club? You're staying up late again, aren't you? Now that you're in a club, you're gonna have less time for anime, you know. You'll need to get used to it. Don't say that so loud! I glanced over my shoulder to see if Monica overheard. It's true though. Yeah. I know, stick a note. You're always looking out for me, Sayori. Hee hee. It's what I do best. That's the problem. What about you? You look out for me better than you look out for yourself. You're still oversleeping every day, aren't you? Not every day. That's not very convincing. How many days this past week have you gotten up on time? It's a secret. I knew it. Come on. At least give me the benefit of the doubt. I can't even do that. Look, Sayori, it's written all over you. Heh. Sayori glances at herself. How's it written all over me? You were clearly in a rush this morning. Look, your hair is sticking out all around here. I run my fingertips down the side of Sayori's hair, trying to straighten it out. Man, you really need to bless this. My hair is just really hard to get right. I won't fall for that. There's more than just your hair. Look, your bow isn't straight either. Looks straight. Actually, no, now that I look at it, it doesn't look that straight. Okay. I must be going crazy then. And there's a toothpaste stain on your collar right here. I try to wipe off the stain with my finger. And nobody would even ever notice that. Of course they would. Nobody's gonna tell you about it because they don't want to embarrass you. Fortunately, I really don't care about that. Hey, you mean. And you don't even keep your blazer button up. Seriously, Sayori, why do you think you don't have a boyfriend yet? That's super mean! Sorry, but you'll thank me later. I'm starting to button her blazer from the bottom. Once you see how much better it looks, you'll change your mind. This is so funny. What is? Well, I was just thinking how weird it is to have a friend who does these kind of things. Yeah? Don't say that. You'll make me feel weird about it, stupid. It's okay though. I'm happy we're like this. Aren't you? I guess. Hey, be careful. The button might come off. Why is this one so hard to close? I struggle to fully close the button near her chest. This thing don't even fit you properly? It did when I bought it. Sigh. If you ever buttoned it, you would have noticed sooner that it doesn't fit you anymore. What are you smiling about? It means my boobs got bigger again. Don't say that out loud! Anyway, you look much better now, so... why does it feel strange to see your blazer buttoned up like that? But it's so stuffy. No, it's not worth it alone. Sayori hastily unbuttons her blazer at once. Phew! That's so much better. Sayori puts her arms out and twirls around. So if it unbuttoned, then I won't get a boyfriend, right? What kind of logic is that? And why are you saying it like that's a good thing? Because if I had a boyfriend, then he wouldn't let you do things like this. And you take care of me better than anyone else would anyway. So that's why I'm keeping it unbuttoned. Stop saying all of these embarrassing things! I didn't say anything embarrassing. Jizz. Well, anyway, just focus on trying to wake up a little earlier. Only if you focus on going to bed earlier. Fine, fine. Stop worrying about me, woman. That's your deal. I guess we really are better at taking care of each other than we were at taking care of ourselves. Whatever. Maybe you should come wake me up in the morning. You're doing it again, Sayori. Aw, but I was joking that time. Man, it's impossible to tell with you sometimes. Okay, everyone. Monica suddenly goes out. Why don't we share the poems we wrote now? Yay! Steak, I can't wait to read yours. Yeah, same. I failed to sound enthusiastic, but Sayori still trots away to retrieve her poem. By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night? Yes, I did, Monica. My relaxation ends. I can't believe I agreed to do something so about it. I couldn't find much inspiration since I never really done this before. Well, now that everyone ready, why don't you find someone to share it with? I can't wait. Sayori and Monica enthusiastically pulls out their poem. Sayori's is on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monica wrote hers in a composition notebook. I can already see Monica's puts in handwriting from where I sit. Natsuki and you reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I did the same myself. Natsuki! I told Natsuki I was interested in her poems yesterday. It's probably only fair if I share mine with her first. Well, it's about what I expected from someone like you. That's a little blunt. Well, excuse me. It's not like I said it was bad. It just didn't evoke any emotions yet. So basically, it's not cute enough for your taste. Do you wanna get smacked? I'll pass. Sigh. Well, anyway, I guess I need to show you mine. Not that you'll like it. Eagles can fly. Eagles can fly. Monkeys can climb. Crickets can leap. Horses can race. Owls can seek. Cheetahs can run. Eagles can fly. People can try. But that's about it. That's about it. Yeah. I told you that you weren't gonna like it. I like it. Wow. Just be honest, you little dirty trickster. I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. So people don't even take my writing seriously. But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. Yes, exactly! I like when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem, seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening. So I decided to write about it. Yeah, I understand. But the other nice thing about a simple writing is that it puts in more of a weight on the roleplay. Like I said up for a rhyme at the end, but then made it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line. I mean, it kinda does, actually. So you did. I guess more went into it than I realized. That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you? Yeah, I guess not. I decided to human her with that last comment. I didn't really care how old anyone is, but if Natsuki's feeling proud, then I won't take it away from her. Sayori! Oh my goodness! This is so good, steak! Eh? I love it! I had no idea you were such a good writer! You must be seriously overreacting. I'm not a good writer at all. I honestly have no idea what I'm doing. Because, to be completely honest, I just pulled out a notebook, wrote down a bunch of different words on 20 pages, and circled the words I wanted to use. And that's how I wrote my poem. It goes something like, that's the entire poem. You think that's good? You have no idea. Well, maybe that's why. Because I have no idea what I like either. Heh. Jeez. I'm sure your opinion has to be a little more constructive than this. Are you sure you don't like it just because I wrote it? Well, I'm sure that's part of it. I think I understand you better than a lot of people, you know. So when I read your poem, it's just not a poem, it's a steak poem. That's right, Steak wrote a poem about steaks. And it makes it feel extra special. Like a little salt and pepper sprinkled on top. A beautiful poem with a little bit of salt, pepper, and cinnamon toast seasoning sprinkled on top. I can feel your feelings in it. Sayori hugs the sheet against her chest. You're so weird, Sayori. Hee. I'm really happy that you wrote one. It just reminds me how you're already a part of the club now. Not to mention the fact that I'm standing in front of you in the club room. Well, of course. I'm not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean I'll break my promise. See? It's like I said before, Steak. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know? Trying new things like this for other people. That's something only good people do. Thanks, Sayori. I'm not sure if Sayori sees the full picture of my motive here. Then again, I can't deny she's part of the reason I joined. Knowing how much this means to her and all. Yeah. I'm going to make sure you have lots of fun here, okay? That will be my way of thanking you. Alright, I'm gonna hold you to that then. Yay! Now you'll read my poem too, right? Oh, well, I'm really bad at this. Well, we'll see about that. Dear sunshine, the way you glow through my blinds in the morning, it makes me feel like you missed me. Kissing my forehead to help me get out of my bed, making me rub the sleepy from my eye. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away a rainy day? I look above, the sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. But if it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever. But I'm not mad. I want breakfast! Sayori, this is just a guess, bud. Did you wait until morning to write this? No, just a little bit. You can't answer just a little bit to a yes or no question. Dang. I forgot to do it last night. Well, at least it makes me feel better. A little better about myself. Don't be mean! I tried my best. Ah, yeah. I didn't mean to say that it was a bad poem. It came out nice, or how should I put it? It sounds just like you. It sounds just like you. Really? Of course it does. My sweet baby, glittering darling in the sun. Especially that last line. I made eggs and toast. Well, even though you were late for school, it's bad to skip breakfast. I get all cranky. Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyway, thanks for showing me. Hee. This was so much fun. Monica's the best. Oh yeah. But next time I won't forget. And I'm going to write the best poem ever. Well, I guess I look forward to it. Alright, before we continue, I need to take a quick break. I need to get a swig of Dr. Pepper. Alright, let's continue. Fury! Yuri stares at the poem. A minute passes, more than enough time for her to finish reading. Oh, sorry, I forgot to start speaking. It's fine, don't force yourself. I just need to put my thoughts into words. Hold on. Okay. This is your first time writing a poem, right? Yeah. Why do you ask? I'm just making sure. I guess that it might be after reading through it. So it's bad. No! Did I just raise my voice? I'm so sorry. Yuri buries her face in her hands. I couldn't help to notice that it's been several minutes and we haven't forgotten. I might take Yuri a while. It might take you to get used to new people. It's fine. I really didn't notice. What were you saying? Right, it's just that there are specific writing habits that are usual typical of new writers. And having been through that myself, I'm kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most notable thing is I recognize in new writers that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick up a writing style separate from the topic matter and form fitted the two together. In the end result is that both the style and the expressiveness are weakened. Once you find her train of thought, it's as if her whatever totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone and she sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. But just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it will all come with practice and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you about valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a bit biased though. Biased? How? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry. It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri is apologizing to herself, to me, or not to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I love to share my thought process behind it. You smile dreamily as it's a rare opportunity for it, which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Ghost under the light. I'm gonna let you guys read that because I do not know how to read cursive that well. All I can make out is hair illuminate beneath the amber glow bathing. It must be this one. The last remaining sheet light to have withstood the last of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe, calm, breathing air of the present, but living in the past. The light flickers. I flicker back. That's about all I can make out. Alright, let's continue. I'm sorry, I have such a terrible handwriting. What? I wasn't thinking that at all. But it took you so long time to read it. Well, I just don't read script that very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty. That's a relief. Also, I liked the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive. It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you liked it. I'll be honest. Since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghost story? Actually, the story isn't about goats at all, Steak. Really? You gotta fool me! I must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. But remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbiotically compared to a goat, lingering in her last remaining place to comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing. That's more of a solemn putting it in that way. I haven't even thought of that. That's impressive. It's nothing really. Well, it makes me happy to think that you think that. Just remember, it won't be long before you pick up on these things too. Yeah, maybe you're right. I guess I'll have to keep trying. I'm counting on you. Monica! Hi, Steak. Having a good time so far? Yeah. Good. I'm glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever need any suggestions for the ever have any suggestions for the club, I'd like new activities or things we can do better. I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring them up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off at just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway, want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Ha ha ha! Don't worry, Stick. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know? But it's the sort of barrier we'll all have to learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. I hand Monica my poem. I like this one. It makes me think of something Sayori would like. Is that so? You and Sayori are really good friends, right? I wouldn't be surprised if you had those sort of things in common. Well, we may be good friends, but Sayori and I are actually really different. Well, that may be the case. But maybe there are also some similarities that you wouldn't expect. The way she talks about you, it sounds like you two really care about each other's well-being. Even if you do show it in different ways, it ends up being more similar than you'd think. So I think that's the type of kind of vibe I get when reading your poem. Uh, you sure you're not reading into it too much? Haha, I could be. Oh gosh, I sound like Yuri. But in any case, Sayori's writings kind of have a gentle feel to it. I can tell she likes exploring with emotions like happiness and sadness. Who knew someone was so happy would enjoy sad things too? Yeah, that's totally unexpected. Well, to each their own. And you shouldn't be afraid to experiment a little bit either. I'm sure I'll end up trying different things. It could take a good while before I feel comfortable doing it. That's okay. I love to. I love you to try new things. That's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. Everyone might just be a little different toward their own kind of style. But I'll help you find what suits you the most. So don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. Haha. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good. Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I'll always feel that way, you know? I see. Well, let's read it then. Hole in the world. It couldn't have been me. See the direction of the sparkle protrudes. A noisy neighbor. An angry boyfriend. I'll never know. I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I will blind like a flame. I let out of this in the sun. But it's too late. My retinas already scorched with a permanent copy of the meaningless image. It's just a little hole, but it wasn't too bright. It was too deep, stretching forever into everything. A hole of infinite choices. I realize now. I wasn't looking in. I was looking out. And he on the other side was looking in. Nice! So what do you think? It's very freeform, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. You know, Stick no write a lot. Stick hate literature. Only reason Stick in literature club is because Sayori dragged me into this room and said, "Here's a bunch of cute girls. The only way you're probably gonna stay in is by falling in love with one of them. And I bet you already have just by laying eyes on them. So now, you shall do something." I don't know. It's okay. Yeah, that's the kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been put emphasis on the time in between the words and the lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. What is the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say that it's some kind of whatever. It has been influencing my poems a bit, and whatever. Infinite doesn't matter. Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming out on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, Here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on the paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. Or just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Phew. I guess that's everyone. I glanced around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even though they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club after all, I sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Sayori and Monica are happily chatting. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. Her gingerly exchanged piece of paper sharing their respective poem. As they read tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. What's this language? Eh? Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy. Ah, thanks. Yours is cute. Cute? Did you completely miss the symbiote or whatever or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. Why a feeling about giving up? How can that be cute? Honestly, yeah. I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it really didn't come out nice at all. Well, I do have a couple of suggestions. If I was looking for suggestions, I would ask someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Sherry liked it and Stick did too. But based on that, I would gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me, I appreciate the offer, but I spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect to change it anytime soon, unless, of course, I come across something particularly inspiring, which I haven't yet. And Steak liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it. Natsuki suddenly stands up. Oh, I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. That's not what you're just... Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous that Steak appreciates my advice more than he appreciates yours. Huh? And how do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself? No. If I was full of myself, I wouldn't deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. Is everyone okay? Well, you know what? I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew in size bigger as Steak started showing up. Natsuki! Natsuki, that's a little... This doesn't involve you! I don't like fighting you guys. Suddenly both girls turned toward me as if they noticed I was standing there. Steak! She's trying to make me look bad. That's not true! She started it! If she could get over herself and learn to appreciate that simple writing is more impressive, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. What is the point of making your poems all convoluted, whatever the heck that word is, for no reason? The meaning should jump out at the reader, not force them to have to figure it out. Help me explain that to her, Steak. Wait! There's a reason I have so many deep and special words in our languages. It's only to convey complex feelings and meaning the most effectively. Avoiding them is not unnecessarily limiting yourself. It is also a waste. You understand that, right, Steak? Well, how did I get tried to do this in the first place? It's not like I know anything about writing. But whomever I agreed with, they'll probably think more highly of me. Of course, that's going to be... what should I choose? What should I choose? Not Suki? I don't know. Who should I choose? Natsuki, Yuri? Help me, Sayori? But then again, if I agree with someone else, the other might be a little disappointed and... hold on, guys, I'll be right back once I have my answer. Guys, I think I have the answer. But before anything, I'm gonna go ahead and save right here. In case something bad happens. Natsuki! Yuri, you're really talented. Well, but Natsuki has a point. I think that I racked my brain in an attempt to back myself up. I think that conveying feelings within few words can really be impressive as well. Let's the reader imagination take over. And Natsuki's poem did really do a good job at that. Yeah! It did, didn't it? Shows how much you know. That's not Natsuki. I think that's enough. Huh? Me? Well, she was so mean to me. Natsuki voices one. Look, what we talked about yesterday was right. Right is really a personal thing. And sharing it can definitely be hard. It looks like we learned that today. Even small criticism can lead to something pretty heated. I glance over my shoulder. Sayori nodding vigorously. Yeah, so you don't need to feel threatened. You're a great writer, Natsuki. Natsuki's voice gets caught in surprise. Thanks for noticing. She finally mutters that barely audible. Yuri? Yuri looks at me dejectedly, with a face that I can't help but feel bad for her as well. I'm sure that Natsuki didn't mean anything she said, so you don't need to feel threatened either. Well, if you say so. Hey! It's not like you need to apologize for me, Steak. Jeez! Natsuki takes a breath. The thing about... Natsuki glances after me. Will everyone stop staring at me? I'm sorry! Unsurprisingly, Natsuki has a harder time with it than she boasted. Sayori and Monica look away. Anyway, the thing about your boot, I didn't mean it, okay? That's all. Natsuki looks away, avoiding eye contact with anyone. Yeah, you're naturally beautiful. You're naturally beautiful, Yuri. Sayori, I'll go make some tea. I just trying to help. I'm sure she appreciated it, Sayori. I pat Sayori on the shoulder. Well, now that we're past that, everyone read each other's poem, right? I hope that it was worthwhile for everyone, especially you, Steak. And to be honest, it's a nice change of pace From lazing around, we got a little too used to. So joining my club was responsible for ruining the atmosphere. No, not at all, not at all. There's still more time before we go home. So we'll all relax for a bit. Of course, besides some chatting, we do literature-related things in the club room. So maybe you can take the chance to pick up a book or do some writing. After all, that's what the club is for. I disagree, Monica. About what? Not the most important thing about the literature club. The most important thing is having fun. Of course. Well, I guess that's why you're the vice president, Sayori. In the end, though, Monica's right. Being in the literature club means I can't spend all my time doing nothing. But in the end, I guess it's been worth it so far. Okay, everyone. It's just about time for us to leave. How did you all feel about sharing poems? It was a lot of fun! Well, I'd say it was worth it. It was alright, well, mostly. Steak, how about you? Yeah, I say the same. It was a neat thing to talk about with everyone. Awesome. In that case, we'll all do the same thing tomorrow. And maybe you learned something from your friends too. So your poems will turn out even better. I think to myself. I did learn more about the kinds of poems everyone likes. With any luck, that means I can at least do a better job impressing those I want to impress. I nod to myself with newfound determination. Steak! You ready to walk home? Sure, let's go. Sayori beams at me. It's truly been a while since Sayori and I have spent this much time together. I can't really say that I'm not enjoying it either. Sayori, what about what happened earlier? Huh? What do you mean? You know, between Yuri and Natsuki? Does that kind of thing happen often? No. That's really the first time I've seen them fight like that. I promise they're both wonderful people. You don't hate them, do you? No, not at all. I don't hate them. I just want your opinion, that's all. I can see why they make good friends with you. Phew. You know, Steak, it's nice I get to spend time with you in the club. But I think seeing you get along with everyone is what makes me the happiest. And I think everyone really likes you too. That's every day is gonna be so much fun. Sigh. Looks like Sayori still hasn't caught on to the kind of situation I'm in. Sure, being friends with everyone is nice, but does it really need to stop there? Well, just have to see what the future holds, Sayori. I pat Sayori on the shoulder. I said more to myself. I said that more to myself than to her, but it's easy to use Sayori as an internal monologue sometimes. Okay, yeah, let's do this. Alright, now let's see. Flower, music, cute, peace, warm, beauty, rainbow, dream, sweet, cheer, bubbles, flying, ribbon, passion, kitty, chocolate, bunny, desire, vanilla, dazzle. Alright. We're gonna save here. Whatever. Alright, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode of Doki Doki Literature. I had fun making this. Yeah, I hope everyone had an amazing Thanksgiving yesterday, and I hope y'all are all staying safe out there. And yeah, please subscribe, smash the like button. Also, go join my Discord server, link in the description below. Okay, I hope everyone enjoyed this episode, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!